Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. And today, everyone's upside down. And we're once again gonna do an Eden run because this is how I like to have fun. Eden until the end of time. We have a Hierophant card, we have Play-Doh cookie, we have the Alabaster box. This is actually an interesting combination of events, like the Hierophant card especially, because we need soul hearts to fill the Alabaster box. It is not going to heal us until it is completely filled. I don't fully recall how it works in terms of item pool. I think you just get 2 Angel Room items, right? When you do that. Also, Brainworms seem to activate just now, which might just be a Play-Doh cookie thing, I guess, but yeah, all in all interesting. A lot of status effects with the Play-Doh cookie. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm a little scared about my health, mostly because of the lack of soul hearts now. Until this thing is fully charged. There is some really cool mechanics as well, I think, where the flies that steal your item charges can also steal them from the Alabaster box, so it's obviously just a really good time when that happens. So hopefully we're not going to run across too many of those. I'd like to get some red hearts to heal up from going into that curse room. I feel like it was the better call ultimately, just for the sake of trying to fill this Alabaster box as quickly as possible, but now, as we progress through this run, it's getting a little scary. But that's okay. We're only so far in. It doesn't matter yet. But having said that, I'd really appreciate some red health for sure. Or at least enough. I'm just going to do this. To get the Alabaster box filled. That's an unidentified pill, which we might save for later. Justice. Nice. There's the red heart that I wanted. Crawl space from the get-go. Empty hearts. When down to 1 red heart or less at the start of a new floor, grants an empty heart container, no effects recurs. Now, I've read that description many a time, and I feel like it should have activated multiple times when it hasn't, and I really don't fully understand the item at all. But theoretically, it doesn't sound too complicated. Theoretically, it really should be a fairly self-explanatory item once you know what it does, but for some reason, I don't know, maybe I'm just doing something wrong with it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding certain concepts of it or something, but either way. We're just gonna buy everything in this shop. So many soul hearts on this first floor as well. We nearly have enough soul hearts to fully charge the Alabaster box on basement 1. If we did not have the Alabaster box, we would have at this stage had like 5 soul hearts instead. It really would have been a much better situation to be in my opinion, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's also a lot of explosions, and unfortunately none of them really seem to get close to where a super secret room could be, so that's a bit of a shame. I'm gonna try this one, and I'll try the one on the other side here. And then it could be here, but it could also be above the secret room and then to the right. And I'm not loving these odds. There is a barrel there, but I really don't want to push it all the way to the other side of the room. If it's here, it's pretty much miraculous that it hasn't blown up yet, actually. So I'm actually just going to risk it and hope that it is indeed here. Wow, is it actually in that terrible little room with all the explosions? That's kind of incredible if it is. But also just really silly. Those black poofs don't deal as much damage as I'd hoped. That's a shame. But at least the red tomato effect that we have used, and then a charm effect immediately afterwards, at least made that enemy help us a little bit, so that's nice. Probably gonna start resurrecting soon, but he's dead already, so it doesn't really matter. Last eye, sure. Damage up. Not too terrible. I'd like to take a little bit of damage. It was more than a little bit, admittedly, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I want that health container. Yeah, this is pretty rough. Can I? I'll just do that. I was a little concerned that I was gonna be like health down or something like that, but it wasn't. It was not. So it's fine. It's actually good. And I didn't get a health container, so again, I really don't understand how this item works. It said 1 or more empty heart containers, but is it if you have more than... If you have half a heart missing, does it then not work? Like, I don't... Can I not read? Is that the problem? Because it's very possible. I mean, I definitely would see that being the issue here, but... I'm just very lost about the whole thing. I don't fully understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Because clearly, some of the information is not getting to me in a way that is helpful to me. Oh my god. That one was bouncing around all over the place, and unfortunately that did not work out in my favor. Unfortunately, there went a decent chunk of my Devil Deal odds, but fair enough. That is the downside of not getting soul hearts to go into your health bar, unfortunately. And there's very little that I can presently do about that. Strength is kind of nice because it does at least heal you. It gives you that 1 red heart and you keep it. At least you keep the healed red heart, you don't keep the heart container at the end, but it serves its purposes well enough to keep me alive, and I can appreciate that, so I'm not really too concerned about it either way. This is a big floor. For a basement floor, this is actually pretty huge, but fortunately our damage stat is what it is, because we are just killing these poops in 1 or 2 hits. The small ones just die instantly pretty much. It's not a bad build, it's just that the tier rate's pretty rough right now. That's really the only downside to this build right now. It's wonderful. Hopefully this jumping one can help out a little bit here. Actually more than I would have thought. Really didn't think he'd survive against one of those enemies, but apparently he does. We got the poop trinket once again. This is going to be the theme of this week. The theme is poop, everyone please remember. It's going to come up in the quiz later. I would have thought to get a little bit more with this poop trinket for sure, but... I mean, it's all luck based ultimately, so what can you do? But there is still some poops remaining here as well. 5 coins, very nice. Plenty of coins to buy something nice for myself at the shop. That's going to be lovely. We have a golden key, so we can go to wherever we want. Also, nice offset between the first and second floor, in that the first floor had many soul heart, and this floor seems to have 0, which is a fun little contrast, I would say. The secret room can be in multiple places, which is also a great time. And I kind of wish I had a bombs are key pill, because that would turn my golden key into a golden bomb. There's so many pots in this room. That or just stomp before a room or something like that. Like, that would be lovely. Wiggle Worm's a good time, but I think I'm going to leave it alone this time around. Do not have flight, so we cannot get those hearts, unfortunately. This is such a big floor, wow. Really brought out all the stops for this one. I'm almost excited to be in a floor this sizable. It's not even an Excel floor, it's just big. It's just a big one. Hey! So that's an item we still need. Obviously, Shoop the Whoop is better, but Scissors is progress. Scissors is an interesting item because, well, when you use it, and I'm trying to, your head stays in one spot. Oh, that's actually better than it used to be. Oh, it's actually a lot better than it used to be. Because I recall the head just being kind of useless, but I'm shooting a lot of tears out of my body right now. Oh, I wasn't actually aware. That's actually a really cool change and doesn't make the scissors the worst item in the game. So actually, yeah, wow. Alright, fair enough. I mean, it's a shame that I want this alabaster box to be filled. Otherwise, I'd certainly consider taking it with me for a little bit longer. But as it stands, I just want this silly box filled so I can move on with my life. What do you do again? 2 soul hearts or 2 bombs, 2 keys on this floor? Oh my god, that's so terrible. I really don't want to do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna blow you up for the somewhat back to reasonable percentages of Devil Deal chance. I'm gonna check out the cursed room. I'm also actually just gonna blow this up. I have not yet found my secret room, I just realized as well, which might be here. Either here or there, really. I think it could be in either of these locations, right? I think so. I mean, this room layout is a little bit more tempting. Where am I gonna get one soul heart? I kind of want to keep the scissors, but how often do you get an alabaster box that you can actually use?
Speed up.
I've never seen something like that before, so it's just very rare. I think I'll go into the curse room afterwards. I'll actually check out the devil deal first if we get one. And then figure out where we go from there. There might be like a black heart in there. That does occasionally happen. That would obviously be pretty cool. Not sure if you get a black heart from an item, like the sin robes or whatever, that would help. I just moved really... All the enemies are moving really cool today. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not able to dodge. I'm also just not able to dodge in general, as it turns out. So yeah, so much for the devil deal, I suppose. We might get Squeezy. That could work. Yeah, we might get that. There's just no soul hearts on this floor. It's kind of incredible. Like on the one hand, I rarely get an alabaster box and I kind of want to make use of it. On the other hand, I don't care that much. Is the thing. It is like extra items and that's really cool. I mean, this also how it works, I guess. So we get that. We fill up the box. Should have done that beforehand, I suppose, but fair enough. We throw that down. Breath of Life and Purgatory. I mean, we did get 2 Angel Room items. And we did get some of our soul hearts back. And we can use Breath of Life by holding it down. And once it's on its final empty charge, we run in. And we are invulnerable for a little bit of time. So technically it was good. But I mean, we're going with scissors. This is a scissors run now. I'm going to see how we can make this work. What does it actually say now? Because... cut off your head. Head turns into stationary familiar. Control your body separately. That's really all it says. I feel like they could have mentioned the extra amount of blood that's coming out of your body, but yeah, fair enough, I suppose. It's pretty good now, I guess, or at least interesting. It's more interesting for sure, and that's good. Gonna take this because why not? Whipworm, nah. I'll check this out, I guess. Cool. Let's go over here. Why not? Have some fun. Go into the other direction for once. We rarely go here. There is still technically some things in the dross that we haven't seen yet. And mostly because they have like a 1 in a million billion chance of spawning. But technically, if we just keep going there, we might see it. But quite frankly, I'd be very surprised. But yeah, fair enough, I suppose. It's this is certainly the start of a run. That's Tech Point 5. Question mark item is exciting, but I mean, I can't really say no to this because that's just pretty amazing. Especially since it's not based on my tier rate, and that's really the only problem I have with my build right now. This might also... is this the first time I actually filled an alabaster box all the way up? Because quite frankly, I'd be very surprised if I did it once before. The most I can imagine is that I put it in the void and then used it. Because I think that works without having to like stuff it with soul hearts, and that's obviously really nice. But yeah, fair enough, I guess. We don't have any more keys. There might be a secret room there, I guess. Nice. This is a weird secret room. Obviously, dig a hole. I'll dig a second hole as well. Why not? I was hoping for one of these to just be stairs and giving me cool stuff. It was not cool stuff. Exciting. I like me a black candle. I also like me that. Unfortunately, I can't currently afford it, but that's fine. Rainmaker. Maybe should have placed a head in a better location, but look at these tiers. That's so many tiers. This is actually pretty good. Especially, like, you can even, like, control where the tiers go. It's... if you don't press anything, it'll just sort of rain around you, but if you're moving around or you just attack in a direction, the tiers are gonna go there as well. It shoots diagonally? Oh my god. This is genuinely really good. I think it's affected by range up as well, judging from how far these tiers are going now. So yeah, wow. I really underestimated this thing for the longest time, as it turns out. I'll take that. I don't really care about the knife. I know what a knife run looks like, and I don't really need to see it again, but I like the dead cat, because that at least makes sure that we can maybe get some more devil deals as well. Plus the lost section could be a little bit more interesting. Might as well fight Rainmaker again in the opposite world while we're at it. Unfortunately, do not... Like, the sort of one downside back in the day with scissors was you had the pinking shears, which is the item that also removes your head from your body, but rather than moving the bottom half of your body around, you move the top half of your body around. So you got flight, and also the bottom half of your body just deals a whole bunch of damage, and it was pretty much incredible. And it's honestly still really good against bosses, especially because it's just a really strong little guy. It's just a really strong little guy, and he's helping out a lot with taking care of all the enemies. And bosses especially as well. It gave you flight, so it was a pretty low charge flight as well. It was just really strong. And then you had scissors, which kept your head in one location. Your body pretty much just shot at the same tear rate, I think, as it did beforehand, and it didn't give you flight, so I mean, who cares? So yeah, it was just in a weird spot for the longest time, but now they've really fixed it up. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. Anyway, I'm considering places where the Ultra Seeker room could be. I'm guessing it might be here. Correct key. I don't know what it is. I think this wasn't like the weirdest space for it to be for sure. And also, since we had the correct key, I guess I didn't need to use a bomb to go in here, but so much for that. But that's okay. Let's go get some more consumables. I kind of want to just keep going this route, if I'm being honest. I don't really have a set plan for this run, but I kind of just want to... Just kind of want to live my life. Just kind of want to do some stuff, you know? Don't worry about stuff too much. We already got progress, so quite frankly, I don't care what happens for the rest of this run. I also considered using Tainted Eden to get some of the remaining items, because it is probably a really good way to do it. Because every time you get hit, you reroll your whole build, and obviously if you just keep doing that, you will probably get items pretty quickly. It's probably a very effective method to doing it. It's just the one downside is that it's very easy to get hit multiple times in a room, accidentally get an item, and kind of miss out on what it is you actually got. So that's really the main reason why I haven't gone for Tainted Eden yet, because I kind of want to see the remaining items that we haven't gotten yet. Even though there's certainly... I wouldn't be surprised if there were items. I like how the head disappears when I pick up a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if there were items that we got through Tainted Eden and haven't seen yet, and will maybe never even see because of stuff like that. Or just because I re-rolled into the build and it wasn't immediately obvious that something was happening. But, you know, while I have control over it, I kind of just want to do it this way. And quite frankly, so far, in the last couple of runs, we're actually getting, like, a lot. We're getting so many things that I still needed to get. I blew that Tinted Rock just because I know there is a bomb in my shop that I can afford now. Because I didn't buy it because I wanted to have 15 coins so I could buy the red stew. But I don't really need to buy the... Well, I can't just buy the red stew now along with all the other stuff, so yeah, don't hate it. In there. And I think that's about it. Was there a reroll machine in my shop? Actually, I don't think so, but I'd like to at least check out the mirror world for sure. Just in cases. No, that was just a donation machine. Fair enough. In that case, back we go. I'm gonna buy the bomb. Blow up the route to the mines. Buy the red stew, and then be on our way to real quickly destroying Mines 1. So much is the plan right now. I can also buy that soul heart actually, and I might actually do that. Why not? Because we have 21 coins anyway. So I'm gonna make sure we're not gonna get an arcade room on the next floor, because you need those 5 coins for it to spawn, but not really too bothered. Kinda just want to do something else this time around. I don't want to go to Mother, because obviously it's still just very much a trying to get items kind of situation. But we can do that like this. I'm going to touch that for that. For the book touch. For the potential of getting a bookworm transformation. That dice room I'm going to save for the very end. That enemy dies on his own. No need to worry about it. You can kill him, but you don't have to. And that's nice. But really just want to make this red stew as usable as possible before we get to the end here. And I think running for it is pretty much the best way to do that. We got some keys out of that, so that actually worked out a little bit better than otherwise would have been possible. So did we get an extra heart container because of the... Where did we get an extra heart container from? Did we get it from the heart, the broken, the empty heart? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Is it just that if you have one heart container, you get a second one? Is that how it works? Is it finally clicking? How many more stopwatches are we gonna get? We're getting one every single run. I kind of want a King Baby, but other than that, I don't really want... I don't need to get stopwatch every run. I considered... Like, I recorded the Tainted Isaac run with Birthright. For me, it was yesterday. And I considered just immediately afterwards doing a Tainted Forgotten run, because I do feel like you get the same items on the same day I'm recording. I really don't know if it works that way, but it does feel that way at times, and I'm curious if it actually does work that way. And I considered just doing that, but then I didn't get around to it ultimately. I should have planted that down first. Oh well. So we have no keys, no bombs, but we did get 5 more coins, so that's nice. And I blow up a shopkeeper, so that's also pretty good. This is gonna deal so much damage. I can buy King Baby now, so that's nice. Guess that was ultimately the main reason why I did that. I'll save that for later, actually. I mean, it's not immediately terrible idea. It's not great though, but we do have 9 lives, so it doesn't matter too much, technically. I can't really say no to this, is also the thing. I mean, I know what a knife run looks like, but I haven't seen a brimstone run in a while. I'm a little bit tempted by Book of the Dead, but at the same time, I don't really care that much. Does not give us tier rate? Yeah, nice. Alright, so we have Brimstone, we have Damocles, which is exciting. Damocles is a good time because it is going... Once you get hit, it's going to start swinging around and then you just die at some point unless you have something like Book of Shadows. We have Conjoined, so we're going to start blasting. And we're just going to try not to take damage. Is really the main thing. I really actively want to try not taking damage because Damocles really increases the amount of stuff you get. I think if I go into a curse room, it doesn't matter, but if I take damage from an enemy, then that's a problem. If I run into a spike, that's also a bit of an issue. I forget how this weird bug works. There was a bug with this, but I genuinely do not fully recall how to... It kind of looks like recall as well when you do that. I don't know if you needed to have it like overcharged or something, but you could really make the head just fly all over the place with it, and it was very odd, but effective. Because it effectively just made you invulnerable to a lot of things. There was an instance where the bug would just have like a million heads flying around if you did it often enough, and you would just be pretty much invulnerable all the time. It was pretty great. But it was from the before times. A long time ago when times were simpler. I don't know what my pills are. And today I'm not really feeling it, so we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go. I am concerned about damage, but I am hopeful for great treasures. And yeah, that time we did get an empty heart thing again, so I don't know. There is a lot of ways to get Devil Deal chances in this floor, as it turns out. King Baby is just gonna make all my friends just sort of fly around King Baby, which is not great when they're all like low range creatures, but I just messed up immediately. Alright, cool. I really got stuck in my own head there. That's really silly. Oh well. Well, let's just hope that Damocles takes a minute, or that I get some kind of shielding method to not die. I think Dead Cat will still effectively save you from it, but then the rest of the run you won't have Damocles anymore, so you won't get the benefit from it. But I am rushing through this floor right now in the hope that I can at least find an item pedestal, because I'm struggling apparently. Ah, good. Yeah, that's nice. We did get a bomb, so I will real quickly try and make my way to one of the coin or battery beggars as well. Oh, that's good. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot of things. Don't think this thing really works with Brimstone. I might as well try. Let's see what this is as well. Lusty Blood. Oh my god, that's actually really good. We don't have any more keys? Jeez. Why is there no keys? We could get infinite bombs right now, which I might actually. I forgot to blow up. Oh, I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart. We'll get to that in a second. I really hope Damocles can survive for a little bit longer. How do we have no keys? There is one key over there, but I'm not sure if we can get it. There we go. Maybe check out the secret room. That worked out for my purposes. 48% chance of a double deal. There's a chance. There's a chance. I guess it might work if I use scissors. The blood does not. The blood does not. Okay. That made my situation a bit worse, actually, because now I don't have Brimstone in a place where I can realistically move it around, and that's kind of a shame. So now I have to fight this enemy like this. That's just not great. That's just not great. Cool. Ghosts. Yeah, I really should have done that in the middle of the room, huh? My scissor run plans are failing, unfortunately. And I can't find the damn ghosts because they're always hiding. That's like their whole gimmick. We seem to have made a lot of poop friends, so that's nice at least. And occasionally we do get to attack a little bit with this scissor, so that's good. Why are so many of the poops our friend? I actually don't know. Give me that. There's Heartbreak again. I mean, it's a little bit of a shame that it had to be like this, but fair enough, I suppose. Alright, cool. We did get 2 boss items, so that's exciting. I don't really care about Gahana, but I think I'm just gonna go there anyway. Which is not the best call. I don't really want to go for Mother, but I kind of want to just have more floors, I guess. We're definitely going to die to Damocles in a second, so just be ready for that. Watch out, spins. I'm in a constant state of concern. Which is why I would like to have some kind of shielding or something, but I don't think I would be able to time it right anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. I got hit so much on this floor. I got hit so quickly as well. That's the more annoying thing. It really didn't take long for this to all fall apart. That's just a bit of a shame. Hey, we got an extra key. That's nice. In that case, let's go get this. Ooh, many keys. That's where all the keys were waiting. Does this work? I kind of wanted to go to the shop, but I kind of am just curious if this is affected by it. Thanks, poop. Oh, it is. I guess we're going for Danger Doughnuts. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. I'm not really that tempted to go into my shop anymore because whatever's in there, I can't afford, or it's just not that interesting. I might get rid of the scissors. They were good for a while, but suddenly my build just really doesn't work well with it anymore. So let's just go for this instead. Maybe we will be able to get a cool card. Like Temperance. Anyway, please don't be scared when the sword does inevitably fall on my head. Because it should. It realistically, I'm surprised it's managed to hold on for so long, because I don't remember how quick it is. Like, if there is a certain set of times where it does or does not happen, but I call it not being that slow. Yeah, this is a pretty neat build. The old Danger Donut build where everything is constantly in trouble because we can just shoot these pretty quickly as well. They'll be tiny donuts, but they'll be scary donuts. Maybe. I guess like a build reroll wouldn't maybe have been too terrible if it would give us, if it would get rid of the sword above my head. I mean, I'm a little tempted. Yeah, why not? Also, we can actually see what the item is, which is interesting. And I was gonna say none of them are disappearing, but they did disappear eventually. God, that's so good. That's actually so good for this direction. I didn't know that would be that effective. That's good to know. Ultimately, for this run, perhaps a little inconsequential, but still, it's nice that the option's there. It actually makes the Crooked Penny more interesting for this route, I guess. That's a weird room. Trinket space, I don't really care about too much. What floor are we on? Gone on 1. I should blow up the shopkeeper, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. I did not care that much that that happened. But it might be interesting if we get a double deal here to have the Crooked Penny charged. So I know there's a battery waiting for us there. Which I think is a tiny battery, but I think this might actually be quicker. Because this build is just so strong right now. I really hope that the Damocles sword doesn't go through Guppy's lives. Because if it does, then this is a really sad situation. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Ooh, Heretic. This is a boss we haven't seen in a while. We won't see him for too much longer, but still he's there. That's worrying. Worked out, but still a little scary, that's for sure. I'll take that. We got a cool coin there instead of the mark, so that's good. How long can we get away with not protecting ourselves from this sword? Because I can't imagine it being much longer. I've taken like a decent chunk of damage at this point, and I feel like it definitely should have fallen on my head by now. But we'll see. I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna have a good time with my cool build. You'll know when it happens. I think it makes a sound as well. Jeez, there's so much stuff here. I'll take that because that's really good, and I'll take this. Ooh. Okay, I'm a little tempted to try something. I'm gonna wait for the sword to fall. Which is scary. But I'd like to do it, please. Because I'm curious what would happen if I use the Forget Me Now as it falls. But I really need to pay very close attention to it, and I got bored immediately, so I'm just gonna run for it. And just shoot wildly while only really paying attention to the sword. And we'll see if I can time it right. My odds are not in my favor. But that's okay. I'm suddenly realizing how much of this game I can play without actually looking at where I'm going. Something about seeing the same rooms over and over that does make you a little bit better at navigation, I suppose. I'm just only looking at this sword. It's terrible. Oh, I do not like this at all. I don't even know if it works, but I'd love to see it work, that's for sure. That's really the main thing. If we can get it to work, that would just be lovely. It's a shame that it doesn't work for this, actually. For the devil deals. I kind of hoped that it would. Alright, it does work with... Yep. Works perfectly. Very good. Yeah. Nice. Alright. That's fine. Let's go find some health. Also, I'm going to redo this floor. Because I have a forget me now. I think I care about that a little bit more than the crooked penny. That's enough. Apparently you have a coupon, so that's also kind of good. Never mind. It was a lie. I was so scared the entire time with that sword hanging above my head. And I really wanted to do it right, where I used the pill just before it like exploded, or landed on me, not exploded. And it didn't work out. Did not work out. So that's a shame. I just walked into that thing. That's fine. I do not have to flight for this room. I actually have to do it properly with the thing. I have not had to do that in a while. Genuinely have to look around for a moment. I did just say that I could do so much of this game without actually looking at the screen, but not that room apparently. This is kind of an awkward floor to redo. Because it is a little trickier than most floors in the game. X-lax. Tears down. Speed down. Tears up. Alright. Cool. I was kind of hoping to find some health on this floor, and I kind of picked it all up in the hope that I could press that button in time, and I really couldn't, as it turns out. But I might be able to get something from the boss challenge room. We have a lot of broken hearts. What did I do? How did I get so many more broken hearts in my current situation? I may have lost... I may have stopped paying attention somewhere along the line where it was relevant to be paying attention. And truthfully, that one's on me. But, yeah, that's a little bit precarious, that's for sure. I'll take that. Can that kill me? It would have been kind of funny if that just gave me -1 health container and just killed me. But I'm not sure if that can actually happen. Instead it gave me an extra heart container, which is better. Oh, I'm gaining broken hearts when I'm taking too much damage. Okay. Alright, change of plans. We are going to use the Forget Me Now in the dark room. Because I'm surprised I could leave that room like that. Because I am not in a good situation. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. I will just check out the curse room real quick, but other than that, we're just going to be on our way. Because I am not in a good health place right now, and I think with Dead Cat, that is likely to become significantly worse. But I think it's good for our damage, right? That we got so many broken hearts, so maybe it's not immediately terrible, but it's certainly not good. Did I take the negative, actually? I don't fully recall. I think I did. I did, yeah, okay. That's good. Let's go down. I mean, at least the build's good enough to carry us through for the remainder of all of it. So that's nice. That also helps, actually. I would like to have that. Yeah, that seems about right. Come on. I would like to have that a lot. That is flight. That is an eternal heart. That is just good. Oh, those tears really came at me in a way that I was not hoping they would. That's not great. It's all fine. I'm protected by this rotten heart, you see. The best level of protection because it works, sort of. It technically retains your devil deal, and that's really the only thing I'm trying to protect, so it's working. There we go. I mean, as long as the rooms are just all insta-dying pretty much for the most part, then I'm still safe, technically. I barely even saw the enemies that were in that room. Also, Balls of Steel is really nice. We do have some good stuff in this pill pool, so that's wonderful. Oh, scary run, scary run. There's Mom's heart. I don't know if I went to a secret room. I don't think I did. I've been kind of in a state of panic for ever since I realized my health situation being what it was. We did get a double deal. Void and Backstabber. Or Betrayal, not Backstabber, technically. Technically. I guess I'll take that. Why not? I'm probably just gonna get the heart back in a second anyway, right? Is that how it works? I think it is, isn't it? I think so. I'd like to believe. Yeah. Because of the Eternal Heart and the Empty Heart, I just got 2 health containers. That's neat. Hermit card. Could be fun. Red hearts could be neat. Soul Heart inside the flame, very nice. Guppy's Eye, actually a good item for these specific circumstances. Yeah, I don't know, this is like not like a terrible health situation to be in, but it's just been better, you know? It's had better moments in life. Ones that I was more appreciative of, and now in a situation where it's not so good, and I'm instantly feeling it. I'm instantly feeling it. I would like to find my secret room, please. Because we are running out of items that are not secret room based that I still need to acquire. So I guess I might as well look for it a little bit. I don't really have the kind of reroll capabilities or moving box capabilities that I would like to have for these kinds of purposes, but I'm hoping it'll work out. There we are. Maybe this beggar will have some reroll capabilities for us. Or breakfast. And socks. It doesn't really... I mean, it's a speed up. That's good. The Soul Hearts plus is kind of nice. Occasionally. Not this particular run, unfortunately, but sometimes. Please. There you go. It's a scary room. And quite frankly, I'm surprised I got through it without taking much damage there. But, yeah, we did. That's good enough for me. Now, again... I was considering, since we have the potential of a wafer effect if I take 1 hit of damage, that I can maybe fight the angels and get some key pieces. But I think ultimately it's not really going to work out that well because, well, for one, there's not that much health on the floor, and I have a rotten heart, so that's going to go away pretty quickly. But also... it's just... no, that's not very helpful either. I'm gonna use the key and then use the Forget-Me-Not to get more Devil Deal items, so that's also just not great. Having said that, I'm kind of tempted to at least try. Depending on if we can get some more hearts on this floor. Shouldn't have picked up the socks, that was a mistake. That was a mistake for sure. Or breakfast. Really, I should have had this idea a lot sooner, is really the main thing. And admittedly, the build's obviously good enough as it is. I really only do it for the key pieces. So no, it's arguable whether it's even worthwhile to even bother, but... I don't know, I like being a sacrifice room every now and then, you know? You can get items out of it, you can get a bunch of soul hearts. I just walked into a spike. Lost the soul heart that I had. Also, kind of forgot about the layout of this room in particular, actually, because there is... Also, I dropped a red heart from that, I think because of the old bandage. I kind of forgot about the old bandage as well, and that might actually be the key that is required to do what I want with the sacrifice room. Also, there's 2 hearts in there, so you know what? Yeah, maybe this will work, actually. This isn't all terrible. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think we can get away with it. Especially if the old bandage works with us a little bit here. That's so much health. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's so much for the old bandage, I suppose. So much for the old bandage helping out there. Fair enough, I suppose. There's nothing that can be done, but... I'm just a little sad about the whole thing, is what I'm trying to say here. What was that card again? Hermit, and unidentified. Maybe there's still, like, some health potential here as well. I think I can pretty much just use the sacrifice room for the rest and be okay health-wise, but not great unless we get something cool. And we're gonna get redemption. if we get an item, but we might get a teleport to a devil deal, and that would be nice. So I don't know if we got you are blessed, or you feel blessed, or whichever blessing is part of that. Actually, let me get that hermit card real quick. Because at least with that I can go into the curse room and check something here. Those. X-lax and unidentified. Cool. Fortunately didn't send us into the Satan fight, which I can appreciate. So let's just use that room a little bit longer. There we go. Apparently we did get you feel blessed. But that does mean that I have to get hit a little bit less as well, because we can just do this, so that's nice. This could be interesting. Yeah. Arguably. It's a shame that you can only see the first time. Never mind. I was going to say, it's a shame you can only see the first time what's in there, but actually it's just because there wasn't anything in there, I guess, afterwards. Good to know, if it does work that way. It's tricky to tell. Oh, that's a holy grail. Is it because I got the you feel blessed thing? That adds up. Also, we no longer have room for soul hearts. And to be honest, I really don't have a reason to go for the second key piece. I think it would be better if I kept one and then just hope I get an angel statue or something inside the dark room here. Because at least then I'd be able to use the Forget Me Now as well and go for those angel the Devil Deal items, because I do still want that Mega Blast ultimately. Which I do actually hope that you can get out of the dark room. I assume you can, because it's just a Devil Deal item. It's just rare. It's very rare for sure, but I'm hoping that this works out. If it doesn't, then fair enough. We did our best, and we had a good run, and we got a bunch of progress again, so I can't really complain either way. And with a bunch of progress, I mean scissors specifically, but still, it's progress. There is a bunch of little friends over here, so that's fun. Incubus I'm a little interested in, for obvious reasons. Yeah. This seems fine. Let's explore a bit. If we can find a super secret room, then technically there is a chance that we can do something with it. Sometimes there are angel statues in there. And I'm feeling lucky today. I'm feeling like we might be able to get a cool angel statue. As long as I then just don't enter that room and let the key animation play out, then we might... Oh my god, there's so many tears all over the place. As long as the key animation doesn't play out, we'll have it for later. So I'm hoping it works out. Magneto I don't really care too much about, because we have flight and all other possible things that we would maybe need to get items at the same time. Why not? I think this allows me to open spiky chests at least without getting close to them, so that's kind of nice. This is also like not terrible. Yeah, you can do that, and it's kind of neat. Broken Magnet unfortunately doesn't seem to have that same effect. God, there's so many rings. Incubus really does help out in making everything a party, but then we also have little Abaddon and everything, who also just makes long circles if he actually gets charged. Obviously not as colorful, but still circles. That's good enough for me. We get a damage up, I think. Oh. Good, more friends. We were running a little low, so this is working out. I'm surprised that enemy survived even one blast from that nonsense, but fair enough. It's a pretty strong enemy, ultimately. Secret rooms. There you go. I don't really care about this, if I'm being honest. Let's just move on. Very easy to take large quantities of damage, but also there's Polyphemus, which made our damage 35. Our rings are still more or less the same size, I'd say, but that will kill an enemy. That will do the trick. Unfortunately, we didn't keep that shovel from 3 years ago. Come on, Ghost. There you go. Otherwise, we could dig up some of these treasures, but What can you do? Ah, more ghosts, but it's the brimstone flavor. They're my least favorite friends. The sun? That's actually not too bad. I want to find the super secret, please. There's really only so many places, I feel. I mean, we tried this. We tried down there. Yeah. We tried to the right over here. I think. Let's say yes. I think I saw the scorch mark. And yes, at this point, it might be like here. This could maybe work. Maybe. Kind of running low on bombs here. I'm going to try one more and then I'm just going to leave. Oh. There you go. Little dangerous to take that before I fight the boss. Do I want to fight the boss? I really don't. I just realized I don't actually have a reason to fight the boss right now. Yeah, let's actually just not. Let's just do this. The downside of Magneto is that I can't move near these chests without opening them, I guess. Which arguably isn't that big of a downside anyway, but if I wanted to like look for a Yara, then it can very easily just sort of fall apart. So, you know. Did not get Mega Blast though, which was ultimately the main reason why we went through all that nonsense, and that's a shame. We might... Oh, Soul of the Lost. Oh god, I kind of want that trinket because it was kind of funny last time. Actually, with Soul of the Lost, I could take one of those things because I can use this.
Soul of the Lost.
Briefly become the Lost, and I think everything else will disappear if I do this, but that's okay. Let's go with that. And now we have that item, so that's kind of neat. Otherwise we wouldn't have had that, and that would have been less neat. Now hopefully we can actually find an active item, because then technically there's still a chance of getting Mega Blast, as minuscule as it may be. The Swarm. Only recently we still needed to pick that up, so you know, it's nice to see it again. In case we weren't sure whether or not we picked it up, so, you know, appreciate it. Hopefully we can get a couple chests. We got over 2 luck. I was gonna say we got decent luck, but we got an amount of luck. It's really the better description of what's happening here. Hopefully. It's nice that we deal so much damage that some enemies just insta-die because of the green cloud that happens at the start of every room. Ooh, Metronome. Also known as it's an active item. Now it's a die. I mean, if we can get a Delirium Portal, once again, I really would like one. Then maybe we can get it to work out. I genuinely do not know what hit me there. That's a new one. Sometimes you have like an idea what hit you. That time I truly do not. They guys. Whoop. Little tempted to use the sun card just to at least find my secret room, but then we still have the super secret room, and quite frankly, that could be anywhere. The floor layout is just not very kind. There have been kinder layouts, for sure, in the history of time. Now we're gonna do this room again because we used a die. We got the broken glass cannon. Apparently that's just the easiest item to get in the world. And we got a cricket spotted, because actually that die can be kind of useful for getting extra room drops in the sense that you can get more chests. And that can be useful in this very specific circumstance, so it's not always bad. So that's nice. Okay, so we got the glass cannon. I'm gonna use it once so it disappears. Big bone. I forgot that we still had bones going on, but we do. Teleporter 2.0 is actually a little bit interesting at least, but mostly for the sake of getting an extra devil deal. So I'm actually just gonna drop my trinket, I think. For now at least, because I kinda wanna keep it. I want to find my secret room and super secret room first as well. Mom's wig. And that super secret room is going to be the tough one. For the secret room, I can just use the sun card and it'll tell me where it is. Oh, that worked out a lot easier than I thought. Also, there's a battery there, which let me charge the item. So, actually, not that difficult at all, as it turned out. So that's nice. Alright. There is no delirium portal. That kind of blows, but fair enough. Secret room can be in a multitude of places. I could just use a sun card, but I kind of don't want to just yet. Let me just drop this in a place where I'm not going to accidentally pick it up. I kind of like the idea of the sun card in case I can get the delirium. I'm not sure if I can, but it would be kind of nice. Alright. Not the most exciting of secret rooms, but it's there. So we use that. We get, unfortunately, not the Mega Blast that I was hoping for. So that's a shame. Yeah, that's that. I'm pretty sure if I use this again now, it will just take me to the Devil Deal again. Because of the floor where I'm at right now. But let me just recharge it on my cool battery here. That's a very exciting explosion when that does happen. Rotten Heart. Alright. Now, we're going on a little journey because that battery went somewhere on this floor. And I'm curious to see how long we can get away with using that battery to recharge my active items to try and get the one that I want. There we go. There's the teleporter again. Very cool. It's a weird way of playing. It's rare that we really have to resort to these kinds of batteries, or the fact that these batteries even show up, or that they show up in combination with all the things that we have right now. But yeah, it does happen on occasion. I don't know if there's like a technically optimal path that I should be taking here in order to get the most of my movement. Apparently it was just there. I didn't even see it. Regular glass cannon. That's actually okay because we can just do this. And also with the old bandage, we're actually maybe going to get just a whole bunch of uses out of this because it's... occasionally it's going to heal us every time we pick it up. I don't know if it's technically infinite that you could get this battery, but it would be kind of cool to just sort of loop through the various active items in the game. Maybe occasionally get like a useful effect from it as well. That would be pretty neat. That would be pretty cool. There it is. It's death. And we got the scissors again. It's very much looping through the options that we've seen so far. There is the tier detonator, I do believe. So we're just going to hang out here for a moment, because that will recharge on its own. I guess it's probably better to actually just look for the battery again. Maybe it's worth picking up some hearts at this point. I might just use the sun card, though. There's the glass cannon again. Give me something cool. I mean, maybe. The unicorn stump. Oh my god. That's actually one of the things we still needed as well. So that's cool. And stop zapping. Now I'm pretty sure recently I set the announcer to always. Hang on a second. It is announcer always. Why did I not get my really loud speed up video game? Either way, unicorn stump, very happy about that because that is a bit of a nightmare to get otherwise, so yeah, definitely can't complain. Where's the heart in this room? There it is. I didn't see it. But yeah, that's really good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's one more item that we can cross out in what arguably is one of the worst ways to try and get things, but it's working. I can't really complain if it works, you know? We still have 8 lives, so we can be at this for a while, unfortunately. Just checking. The remaining items we still need is Mega Blast in terms of active items. It's genuinely the last active item we still need. So if we do get Mega Blast, then that's exciting. If we get Dad's key, then I'm just going to use it to open up the Mega Satan door and move on. Nice that it was there immediately. That's the D1, I want to say, based on the charge rate of the item. I'm fairly sure that's D1, so I'm just going to look for that battery and just use it next to it and hopefully get a better battery out of it. Or at least maybe just a second one, and that would just be kind of nice. Maybe I could have done some shenaniganry here with the D1, because it might have been able to duplicate some extra hearts on the floor, and because of the battery being what it is, I maybe could have gotten some good stuff that way, but I don't know. That's a tiny battery. That's kamikaze. That's exciting at least. Sun card. I want the big one, please. Alright, so we drop that. We get Pandora's box, which I don't know if that's just going to disappear. It is. Oh my god. Well, that's okay. I'm honestly, you know what? That's fine. It was a good attempt. We tried our best. We got Pandora's box, and technically, using Pandora's box in the dark room is required for an achievement. So, you know, that's just how you do that. This has been a tutorial video, actually. And we did get some stuff. We actually made decent progress there because we're now at 717. What was the things we got? We got scissors, which was somewhere. Probably on this page, I would assume. We're actually running out of rebirth items to get at this rate, I think. You know, there we go. There's the scissors. And then the unicorn stump is also somewhere. There's an item still here, which I guess is probably Epic Fetus. I think that's really the only item that we're still missing. Interestingly enough, that was the last item room item that we still needed, because Epic Fetus apparently is secret room only now. And then there's TM Trainer, Vanishing Twin, Recall, and Mega Blast. And Mega Blast is the only Devil Deal one still remaining, which is also pretty much just the worst one to have as the last one, I suppose, because it shows up so rarely. But yeah, we're actually done with the item room. That's kind of wild. I'm pretty happy about that. I can't really complain about that at all, because that is really good progress. Much better than I genuinely expected when I was just doing random runs to get these things. Honestly, I've been really lucky with the changing the active item trinket, I feel, because that just... Unicorn Stump is tricky to get. It's very hard to find, but also the Wait What that we got in the previous one of the previous runs. It's yeah, it's very easy to get stuck on stuff like that, so it's really nice that it's working out the way it is. And also, if I do want to get to the point where I just say, all right, it's Tainted Cane time, I don't have that many more things to get, so it just saves a lot of time in the long run. So yeah, and it's just really nice. I'm sure Unicorn Stump is in here somewhere. I cannot at present find it very quickly. It's very small. It's easier to find if it's just a question mark that you still have to see, but it's in this list somewhere, and it's picked up now. So all in all, good enough for me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Unicorn Stump. You feel stumped. Very nice. 717. Apparently it was 722 items that I still needed, of which there's the 4 regular items, and then there's Birthright for Tainted Forgotten. So yeah, actually getting close. Actually getting close to ending this series just through regular means, really. As far as you could call the old Tainted Cane run a regular mean, I suppose. But still, it's going a lot quicker than I thought, so fair enough, I suppose. Hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run with a different character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.